Shalom, Yasharala. First of all, I want to say Kahala, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. I want to start this off by basically me explaining a lot of stuff and a lot of things that goes on in this world that people don't really put too much attention to. But I'm looking up this definition stage because, this word describes a lot of what life is, man. The world is a stage. Every thing that's presented to you is for your energy, basically for you to give your energy into it. It's to ultimately to steer you away from the Most High, but it's for you to condone in it also. Everything's a stage. It's props. Walmart, Myers, every store, every restaurant, money and all that, that's considered props. It's just a real life movie. You feel me? That's how Esau has set this life up to be. It's a movie, one big movie, one big act. Just like a commercial, you feel me? Or you go into a store, they have to put on a perspective. They have to put on an act, basically. When a person do a commercial, they can't be themselves. They can't just, they have to put on a certain look and have to talk a certain way to engage with the audience. It's all acting. It's selling. It's basically you selling a pitch. Just like when you get a job, it's you selling a pitch. I'm just saying this all because just to make it make sense. Like when you see actors and you see certain people in higher positions, they're just playing a role. You feel me? Everybody have a costume, especially when you work. Everything's a costume. Everything's a role to be played. When you act, you just performing. You're just performing action. That's why you get convicted for acts that you do when you go to court, when you in the justice system or whatever. But a point, it says a definition for a stage is a point, period, or a step in the process or development. And that's one thing they have to do is they have to always stage things out, for their process and of what their next move is. You feel me? Everything has to be in order. Everything has to be rehearsed. Everything has to be, and that's how the Most High works. Everything is done in order. But these people have, the Most High gave them a way to rule over us with His ways, but not with His ways. They try to do it His way, which He allowed them to do. Because just for us going off at the end of the day, they go off even deeper with they way of thinking. But this is what they do, man. They even back in the day when China used to have them women, or used to have men dressed as women. It's all rituals. You go to college, it's all rituals. It's all rituals. If you go to college and you're with a fraternity or a sorority, fraternity, college. These are the type of images that pop up. That Roman. Look at the letters on the shirt. That just goes to show you right there what they're into. You feel me? All this stuff is the same. So you have to go through this process to even be in the big leagues, to even be an executive or, a writer or you want to be a reporter, a preacher. Yeah, it's all this. This is what you have to do. So the reason I brought out the word stage is because everything is stage, man. Everybody's acting. Everybody's in it for the money, in it to win it. If they have to lie to the masses to get it, the majority, 98, 99% of these people you see on the screen will do it. Because it is just that in their hearts they're okay. They know the truth, you know. So when you know the truth and you're in the righteous way, you will be confident because you know what to take serious and what not to take serious. I say that because a lot of people fall for, celebrity gossip and stuff. You know, it just be a lot of it. It's overwhelming because it's fake. It's just like watching TV, man. You know, all this stuff is stuff they created, and then they want to report it like it's some news. They create and advertise this type of stuff. Then there's always somebody's dying, some this happened, you know, like the celebrity gossip stuff is fake because, you know, a lot of them people is wearing masks, man. A lot of them people ain't real people. Some of them people came out with masks and prosthetics on. They was never a real person. Rappers included, like rappers, entertainers and all that, man. All this stuff is a stage, man. I mean just costume performance, like, you know, like all these things mean something because it is just an illusion towards Israel at the end of the day. It was just to get Israel to be knocked off its cues. The rest of the world is just dumped in it. If that's not Israelites, everybody else just in it to make it look real, make stuff look real. An act of staging like a performance, an act of staging or presenting a play, concert, or other form of entertainment. That is what these people do, man. They do this type of stuff. They love this type of stuff. They master it to the point where they can do it in real time. Put a full movie and play on in real time that only the elites will know about, and everybody else is like the backstage, is these dances in the shadows. But only the elites know what's really going on, which is the truth, the dancers. You know, they know what's really going on. They're all in step. The whole rest of the world is the shadow that doesn't know, that think they see or think they know what's going on because they can relate to or can recognize what they see, but it is still, you know, a secret. It's like the Most High, you know, the Bible is like when you talking to somebody in a language that everybody understands, but it's in a code that only you and this person know because it's an inside joke basically. So you talking in code, so everybody thinks they understood, but really didn't get the concept of what you and this person really. So that's the same thing with these people. You know, they do everything on the left side the same way that the Most High do. You know, they just do it on the left side. They make it carnal and they just make it very carnal, which is the opposite of the Most High Spirit. You know, Joseph, man, he showed us him, Daniel, a lot of the prophets and a lot of our ancestors showed us that we going into times and being righteous is not fair. You feel me? Knowing this truth and knowing this knowledge is not fair, man. They want to exclude you out. You're not part of the show. They'll do anything to get rid of you. Just like Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai will do anything to get rid of the wicked behavior and stuff like that. You know, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai will get rid of all of the evil, and just like Esau will get rid of all of the righteousness. Anybody that's trying to keep people from consuming, because at the end of the day, these people want us to consume. They need us to consume. You know, that's what they want. That's what they push every day. It's for you to consume, spend your money, go broke, and put yourself in a predicament again to where you need it. It's like a crackhead or a fiend. You feel me? That needs heroin. You know, they want you to get the money and forget that you needed it. Go consume some shit, overspend, and then get back in a position to want it again. That's how a pimp does. A prostitute that's strong off heroin or strong off coke. That is dependency in the worstest way. You depend on Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, because he ain't gonna put you do that. You ain't gotta do all that. Gotta sell yourself, for nothing. You about gang building and growing. We about building, growing, learning, crafting, things like that, mastering our craft. And about, so that's what, when you off the system, when you depend on the system, like America, you depend on Walgreens and stuff like that, you will it's just like being that woman, being a prostitute. You so spoiled. You thought it was all good. It was all smiles until you thought you can go do something you wanted to do and think for yourself, and you get smacked up. That's how the government do it. You feel me? It is a toxic type relationship because it wasn't presented. It wasn't presented, the rules, the law wasn't laid down. See, the law has to be established with a person. You need to establish the person, the laws with a person. The person need to know what type of person you is when you're dealing with them. And these people don't establish who they are or what type of people they are. If anything, they lie. They lie about what type of people they are and who they are. So there's no real law. They put us out here in this dog-eat-dog world. But I had looked up this definition right here, face, because it tells you a lot about the world, man. Like, the world is face, the face of the deep, the face of the earth, you feel me? Like, when you hear words like that, I mean, it's one-sided. The front, look at the definitions, the front part of a person's head, from the forehead to the chin, or the corresponding part in the animal. So when you speak of somebody's face, you're just speaking of one side. You're not speaking of their whole head. You're not speaking of the top part of their head or the bottom part of their head. You're just speaking of from the top of the forehead. You feel me? From the edge at the top of the forehead to the edge at the bottom of the chin. Not all under the chin and stuff like that. That's the face. So the face has expression, emotion, and expression shown on the face, manifestation. All right. Number 2, the surface of a thing, especially one thing that is presented to the view or has a particular function. So this is important to know right here. The second definition for face is the surface of a thing, especially one that is presented to the view or has a particular function. So you have to remember, whenever somebody's saying the face of something is facing them, that means a particular area of this thing is being viewed at all times. Just as the Most High is sitting at the circle of the earth and is looking at it, that's how it is with. That's how it is with. That's how it is. He's facing the earth. So the earth is faced up. Everybody on the earth is on that same side of the face of the earth. Every part of the earth that we ever seen is on that same side of the face of the earth. There's no other part, no other human being ever been around the face, or around under the face of the earth, or above, just like this part says. The first definition for face, the front part of a person's head, from the forehead to the chin, or the corresponding part in the animal. So nobody's ever been, we just gonna say, from the forehead to past the forehead and the chin, from cheek to cheek, basically, of the earth. Nobody's ever been around the earth, and all that has always been above the earth. vertical or sloping side of a mountain or cliff, side of a planet or moon facing the observer. See, they try to say the moon is an example, or you can use the sun. You only see one side of that. Now, what I'm saying is, not saying the Earth is only is not formed and doesn't have a shape, but for the most part, that ball and all that is not real. A spinning ball is not real. We live on Earth, on the face of the Earth. You feel me? Like, we live on the face of it. We all live on one side of it. It's mostly water. We live on the land part. It's mostly ice and water after that. It's nothing else. But face. Listen to these examples: verbs, third person, present, faces, past tense, face, past participle, faced, gerund or present participle, facing. Be positioned with the face or front towards someone or something. So when you facing something, you're only at the front of them. Like, you're face to face with somebody, you're at the front of them. If you're facing their back, you're only facing that one side of them. You're not facing the front of them, you're facing their back. You know, like if you was in the line. You know, so whenever you're facing something, you're only seeing one side. Having a face or front pointing in a specified direction. Of a soldier turning a particular direction, they immediately faced about. Cover the surface or of something. This is the third definition. Cover the surface of something with a layer of a different material. So now that we got face out the way, face being a surface and being one-sided, let's get the up and down, because I feel like a lot of people don't really know the definition for up and down when you're going up and down the earth. I just want to show y'all these definitions, and these definitions also just ties back into the origins of where these words come from. Like when you go into the etymology and the Hebrew language and stuff, and you get it. But up, toward a higher place or position, at or to a higher level of intensity, volume, or activity. So like when you ascend up into the clouds, or when you going up into heaven, is to leave from the face of the earth, the surface of this earth, and go literally up. There is no point where if you was at the bottom of the earth, let's say if you was somehow around the face of the earth and at the opposite side somehow just in the sea, there's no way that up is still the same as up is right here on this face of the earth. So if you was at the top of the earth, past the face, like on the head of the crown of the earth, not the face of the earth, but like would it be considered the crown if you was to look at it like a human skull? If you was to be at the crown of the earth or whatever, a different side of the earth, it's not the same as all the points of earth that we know now as mankind that they present to us. That is not the same. So when you go up, that is not the same direction. So everything on earth is in one side. It's one-sided because up is the same direction for everybody on earth, is what I'm trying to say. No matter where you at in China, no matter where you at in Alaska, Antarctica, or anywhere on the sea, up is all the same direction. We all look up, we all look in the same direction. We was all to look east, south, or west, or north. We're all looking in the same direction, whatever. Unless, you know, you're on the west side and you're looking, well, we all should, never mind, just even if you was on the west side, still all should be relevant. So back to what I'm saying, up. Direct, they're moving toward a higher place or position at an end. His contract was up in 3 weeks, so they just let you know, like, up, meaning up you're over with. That is the deadline. That is when it is up. So there's another way for using up. Cause a level or amount to be increased. Lift something up. Right. Lift something up. Alright. To the place where someone is. God didn't hear Mrs. Parvis come creeping up behind her. So creeping up, notice that this is a person traveling, walking behind a person, creeping up. So the word up is used there, right? Toward or in the capital or the major city, giving me a ring when you're up in London. Give me a ring when you're up in London. They were up at Cambridge about the same into the desired. Alright. From a lower to a higher point, from one end to another. So this is what I was into right here. It's from a lower to a higher point on something upward along. She climbed up the flight of steps. So from one end to another of a street or other area, not necessarily on that upward slope. So this is just like when the devil, I'm gonna use Satan for example, when he said he was going up and down earth, right? Most High asked Satan, where is he coming from? Where cometh thou? And he said, in and out of earth, right? So up, in and out of earth, meaning from earth to heaven, and up and down earth. You know, to and fro earth, and up and down earth, in and out of it. You know. So he was basically trailing among the face of the earth, you know, just as anybody else would do that not have knowledge that earth is face one-sided. That's the only side that is necessary to even walk on, because that's where the life is at. So I just wanted to hit that point because it all makes sense, man. I'm just trying to show y'all how the Most High word these things, and it shows you that the Most High created earth to be one-sided. KJV. And I have put my words in thy mouth, and I have covered thee in the shadow of my hand, that I may plant the heavens and lay the foundations of the earth, and say unto Zion, thou art my people. But that's not really what I was getting at, but it just still goes to show you that there's foundations on the earth. But just like here in Job, another precept, where was thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare if thou hast understanding. Now, yes, this can be spiritually and is also carnal. You feel me? This is also a physical thing. I wanted to say carnal, but it's also a physical thing, because there is foundations of the earth. You know, just like the sea has a foundation, which is the sand. You know, like there's things that's borderline in everything. The Most High puts borders on everything, just like you have fringes with borders on it. Who have laid the measures thereof? Who's ever laid out the measurement and measured the earth from end to end, from chin to forehead? I'll say, from forehead to chin. Who ever measured that line? If thou knowest, or who has stretched the line upon it? You know, whereupon are the foundation thereof fasting, or who laid the cornerstone thereof? With that word fasting, that's another word I just wanted to look at real quick. Because I just wanted to show people that every word that proceeds out the mouth of the Most High matter. These things matter for a reason. These things are being spoke for a reason, because if you don't teach people this and tell people these things, it's easy for a person to be tricked into believing some scientific bull stuff. You feel me? Like, just evolution, Big Bangs, and universes, and Milky Ways, and all these different metaverses. Like, man, people be into that type of stuff. So you gotta understand and put a border and draw a line on these things. You feel me? You have to show people like all that space traveling and all that Big Bang Theory, like how the show is and the stuff they try to promote ain't real. Space traveling is the same as Big Bang Theory and the same as the evolution theory. Same as the gravity theory. You know, you just have masses. That's what weight is. Weight is the only thing that pulls you down. Everything that goes up comes down. That's true. Not just because of gravity. You think gravity works different on the ocean than it does on a bug above the ocean, or on us above the ocean? You know how much that water weighs? You saying gravity keeping all that water down? And how much do you weigh? And you can move and jump and even roll over that water. You can be in the ship over that water with no problem. But gravity, come on now. It's masses that keeps you down. Your mass keeps you down, obviously. Doesn't matter which way. A germ, if that's the case, every germ should be in the air. But when you fast and it's to close or do up securely. See, the Most High is secure this place. This place is secure. They tell you they space travel and they can get off this earth. That's what they want to do. They want to crack the glass ceiling. You ever heard that term? What do you think that means? They want to break the firmament. They want to do that. That's what they want to do. What do you think they were trying to do in the Tower of Babel? The whole point of the Tower of Babel was what, man? Is to crack the firmament, right? Right? To go to war with the Most High, right? That's what they was on. Why do you think they need a firmament to touch the sky? Why do you think you need to touch this? Why do you think anybody will want to touch the sky? To crack it. Not just because they was trying to, okay, yeah, if the sky wasn't hard, yeah, they would have built it to get past what is considered the sky, right? But they wanted to actually touch physically. That's a physical thing they wanted to do. It wasn't just talking about getting past the sky. They wanted to crack the sky, break the sky. That's what a lot of these missiles try to do. When they say they test firing and shooting missiles out of space, no. Don't nothing get past a certain part of the sky before it blows up. Nobody's ever been past space. Nobody's ever been off Earth. But fasting, be closed or done up in a particular manner, fix or hold in place. This is what the Most High did. He has fixed this earth in place. Let me even show you, because people like to go to that scripture, hung. Let's see what hung says, because hung is the same thing. When you hang something somewhere, you're fixing it also. Or be suspended from above with the lower part dangling free. So you're suspending something, you're still putting it on something. You're fastening it onto something when you hang something. You just don't hang something in mid-air. You can't hang something on nothing. Yes, Most High can do whatever he want to do. But when he hung it on nothing, he still fixed it on nothing. If he was to say that. No, the whole point of hanging is to fix or to physically put something somewhere. It's to physically have that thing there, dangling, not moving. That is another way to help what I'm saying. Because when you hang something, it is not spinning, it is not moving. Part dangling free. That's where people are supposed to hang their watch. Attach or be attached to a wall. We could just hang the pictures on the wall, be adorned with pictures and other decorations. The wall of her hall were hung with examples of her work, right? Attach or be attached so as to follow free movement about the point of attachment. So ain't no going off into space. If it was movement, you will feel it, because that's when you get earthquakes, tsunamis, tornadoes, you know, them the movements you feel. If there is some type of movement, it's when the Most High moving. And we know, he say he shake the earth off its pillars, so I don't think it's too much movement going on, unless it's done violently on earth. A fabric or a garment be arranged and folded so as to root in a specific way. Paste wallpaper to a wall. These are all attachments. These are all things, just like you fast something in place, you fix it. Let's go to fast again. Because a lot of people probably hear fast and think of a speed. Those would be the more. Let me go back. Look, those are the main definition they show you, right? Moving or capable of moving at high speed of a clock or watch, showing a time ahead of the correct. However, at high speed, well, look what it say. However, number 2, so as to be hard to move securely. You know, to be secured. So let's that word securely is back up. Performing or able to perform a particular type of action quickly, allowing people or things to move at high speed, likely to make the ball bounce or run quickly, or to allow competitors to reach a high speed. So this is what fast, when it comes to speed, means. So when it says that he fast the earth, is it saying he made it super fast like a ball to run or run quickly or to move quickly? Or was he saying he firmly fixed or attached it, like number 3 say right here? He made a rope fast to each corner. So when you fast something, you're fixing it. You're putting it. It's like when you fast something, it's like the same as welding something in place. You know, you're welding. You know, if there's any welders out there, you know how good welding can be. You know, with a lot of things, especially when it comes to that's how they keep the prison structures held up, is by fasting everything in place. Like they say, if you don't want nobody dead, a person breaking your house and steal everything that ain't welded, that ain't fixed, that ain't fasted on the ground. A person come in and steal everything that ain't welded to the actual building. That's what fasting. That's what it means to fast. You know, and just like when you fast, it's just like you fixing yourself for the Most High. You putting yourself in place. You know, I'm talking about fasting and diet too. But these are examples, man. I just wanted to give out, man. I love giving these truths out, man, because precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. That's how I get understanding. Therefore, I hate all false ways. I understand everybody ain't gonna get it, but I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna keep showing it. KJV, the sun moves. You know, Bible tells us these things clear as possible, man. Clear as day. And these people will tell you the opposite clear as day. That's why they made that video with Neil deGrasse Tyson saying anybody that's into the Bible will believe in flat earth. And we all know flat earth and all that stuff is just a way for them to kind of, you know, deceive and trick. But the Most High, I'm just give you the verses the Most High say, man. The sun was risen up upon the earth when light enter into Zion. The sun also arises, the sun goes down. So we already got that definition of going down and even arising. So when you coming up and you going down, I mean it's coming towards you and it's going away from you. That's all these words is in English, so you have to remember all the definitions and the context when to apply these definitions. The mighty Most High, even the Lord, our power, have spoken and called the earth from the rising of the sun, and to the going down thereof. Whenever the sun is going up and down, doesn't mean it's literally moving in the direction of up and down. Anything that's coming towards you, let me just go to Google and show y'all this. Cause I already showed you up can be traveling on the same, basically on the same land, but anything that's coming towards you is going up. Anything that's going away from you is going down. Okay. Even the sun tricks the eye. The sun looks like it's going down. But it's not. When you on certain prices, when you got certain cameras and certain zooms you can use, you can see that the sun to the human eye will look like it's going down. That is what they call where it looks like the sky and the ground is touching. Like look at here where it says on Google, the sun isn't actually moving up or down, but it appears to rise and set because of the Earth's rotation is axis. Now they love to say the rotation thing, but it's not because there's no rotation. It's because when something goes away so far, it appears to go down. But let me show you. When even on a straight line, when a car goes away so far, even on a straight line, it appears to be going down. When something is going so far away from you, even on a straight line, it appears to be going down. And when something is coming towards you, even on a straight line, it appears to be coming from upwards, up, above. It appears to be going up. Coming from up. Parallax is a displacement of difference in the apparent position of an object viewed along two different lines of sight and is measured by the angle of half angle of inclination. But they like to give their signs and all that into it, but just like this, let's say when something, let me just go into it. Matter of fact, we got a little time. Let me just show y'all something on YouTube, man. Zoom. Going down. I just type random things so I can just at least get. Also, when I zoom in, so now this is something I've been knowing. Y'all have to know this type of stuff. what I've basically been saying. See, as the sun comes, it looks like it's going up. It looks like it came from the ground.
Good morning, guys. It's a beautiful morning. It isn't as cold today, which is good. So you are looking at Venus. Finally, I'm able to see it in the morning. So this is our morning star now. Let's just zoom in a little bit for you. Now we're looking at the beauty while I'm having my 3-row eggs for breakfast. And I'm trying to spot Venus and I don't... Oh, it feels...
Dang it, y'all. Sorry about that.
It's less than a week until the equinox. I was out this afternoon with the P900, just practicing, and decided to film the sunset at different zoom levels once again, just to show you that the sun will set at exactly the same time, regardless of the zoom level. Now this is with the D700, and then once it sets, the video will jump to the P900 footage, which was at maximum digital zoom, and you will see the sun setting as well. Now, I had the timestamp running. Unfortunately, when you dial 1194, it will only go for about 60 seconds. So I dialed it probably 10 seconds too soon, and it cuts out. But you will see that after you get the disconnect tones, it's about 10-11 seconds until the sun disappears, and that occurs in both videos. So once again, regardless of the zoom level on the cameras, the sun will set at exactly the same time.
You can see the horizon is flat. It's why they always say the Earth's flat, but that's just when that is the part. The horizon where the sun is right now, that is the part where it appears where the sky and the ground, the Earth touches. That's what people like to say. That's where it's the horizon. That's that part, that line right there. But just because the Earth and the sky appears to touch, that gives the human eye basically the think that the sun is actually going down, because our eyes can only see so far. So since our eyes automatically limit to seeing the sun, seeing the sky and the ground look like it automatically touches us, what's going to happen when something in the sky goes super far away from our eyes. These not really good videos of it, but that's what they basically trying to show you, is that once you zoom up, I've seen some better videos, but you know how YouTube is, they like to take things down. They probably just putting videos to contradict what I'm saying. Actually, I ain't pre-check none of these videos. You know how Babylon is, they like to rehearse things before they get into it. But I probably should have took that technique. Nah, seriously, though, I should have looked for some videos before I actually did it. But maybe if I just keep going down to the bottom, I'll find something. But these things has been proven, man. If you got a P900X camera yourself, you can prove this thing, man. Especially on the water, it's probably one of the most flattest surfaces you can prove this from. Let me see. I wanna see. So that kind of gives you the most flattest terrain that you can use when doing this, because we're talking a far distance, and there's so many distractions and things that's built on this earth, so many props that's propped up to keep you from actually seeing the sky, especially when things are so far away, you know. So it's just
early payday, fee-free overdraft, no monthly fee. Chime, the #1 most loved banking app.
Charge your phone 40% faster with this new 4-port charging device. This $37 phone charge.
I couldn't find a video, man, with the sun, but hopefully y'all was edified, man. Till next time, Shalom. Call halal Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakakadas. But like I was saying, man, hopefully this video was edifying, and I was just trying to prove that yes, we live on one side of the earth, man. We don't live on a ball or something that's spinning. So this ain't about earth being flat, no flat earth thing, nothing like that. This is about just facts, man. We live on something that's concealed. The Most High has concealed this place as a container. You know, the sky is the lid. The sky is what they call the glass ceiling. So with that being said, man, Shalom is Yasharala.